And finally, to our special segment, Resurgent Africa. Amid the coups and the crises, there are many positive stories from Africa that often get overlooked, but not on this show. Our story today is about Tunisian freediver Walid Boudhiaf. Now, North Africa's only international champion and former world record holder, Boudhiaf has not only achieved remarkable depths in his sport, but is also committed to fostering freediving in Tunisia. With sponsorships enabling him to live his dream, Boudhiaf now trains for elite competitions and works to inspire other Tunisians to explore freediving. Here are all the details.
In the turquoise embrace of the sea, where silence speaks louder than any wave, Tunisian freediver Walid Boudhiaf has found his true calling.
1, 2, 3.
No skip, no skip, no skip, no skip, no skip.
Boudhiaf, North Africa's sole international freediving champion and a former world record holder, is much more than just an elite athlete. He's a pioneer with a mission. He's determined to plant the roots of professional freediving in Tunisia, a country where thousands unknowingly practice forms of the sport through age-old traditions of spearfishing and sponge diving. Walid Boudhiaf's journey is as compelling as the depths he's conquered. Born to a Tunisian university professor and a French doctor who shared a love for the ocean, he learned how to swim at the tender age of 3 and spent his youth spearfishing. The sport found him in Bogota, Colombia, far from any sea. Boudhiaf, then in his mid-20s, stumbled upon freediving during a routine swim in a city pool. It was underwater rugby that initially piqued his interest, but it wasn't aggressive enough to satisfy his competitive spirit. Boudhiaf's juggled a demanding career as a computer engineer, often training up to 6 hours a day. Devotion bore fruit when he made his competitive debut in Marseille in 2007. Yet it wasn't until 2012, after relocating to the Canary Islands to be closer to the ocean, that he could fully commit to freediving. Sponsorship from Tunisian companies has allowed Boudhiaf to live his dream. He now hosts workshops and speaks at conferences, sharing the art and science of freediving. The pinnacle of his career came in 2021 in Egypt, where he shattered the world record in the variable weight category by descending to a staggering 150 meters. His prowess in the water earned him the title of world champion in 2022. This past April, he added more accolades at the Deep Blue competition in Dominica with a collection of gold, silver and bronze medals.
I've already started training for next year, for the coming season. I've got a very important competition in July into the Bahamas Vertical Blue, which is a bit like the Wimbledon of freediving. It's the most important competition in the world. I'll be trying to beat the world record. My first objective.
Yet, more than records, Boudhiaf is driven by a greater purpose, to foster a community of freediving enthusiasts in Tunisia.
There are thousands of people here who practice underwater hunting. In fact, it's freediving fishing. And there are also more and more people who practice pure freediving in swimming pools, in particular at the Raid swimming pool, which is run by the Sports Fishing Federation. It already exists, it requires a little guidance, and I'm very motivated to do it. I know there's a lot of potential, and there are a lot of people interested in freediving here in Tunisia.
As Walid Boudhiaf continues to chase new records and expand freediving in Tunisia, he serves as a reminder that sometimes the deepest parts of life are explored not just through personal feats, but through the legacy one leaves behind.
Washington is all set for a presidential battle like no other.
In less than 90 days,
It's either going to be him or me sitting in the Oval Office.
Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump.
All we want is one simple thing. Get out on Tuesday and
A vice president versus a former president. As we head towards election night, Vantage will be live from the heart of the action. Speaking to voters in this final stretch,
I'm still very undecided.
Very close presidential race.
Tracking the campaigns as they make the last push. From exclusive ground reports to in-depth analysis, this is your one-stop destination for the presidential race. Join us on this special edition of Vantage, live from the White House in Washington, D.C.